All right, now this problem I can see yet again we're going to have a u sub. I mean, really, it's kind of getting old hat at this point. So technique number one is definitely going to be u sub, where u is really obviously going to be e to the x, and du is e to the x dx. And it's not even a tricky u substitution, I mean, really. So let's write this integral again using technique number one as the cotangent cubed of u du. Like that. Okay, so that was technique number one. Got us that point. Well, now cotangent cubed, that can be rewritten as cotangent squared of u times cotangent of u du. Now, why would I do that? Well, because we have a technique that says, hey, break out cotangent squared and then rewrite cotangent squared as cosecant squared minus 1. So this is cosecant squared of u minus 1. That's Pythagorean identity. This is that powers of cotangent and cosecant method. So method number two, what I'm doing, it's kind of throughout this bit, but it's the cotangent to the m of x cosecant to the n of x strategy, right? That's kind of what I'm doing. It's not really a method, you know, the way u sub is a method, but it's like a way of thinking about these problems. All right, so that's cotangent of u du. All right, well, why did I do that? Well, because then it lets me rewrite this as cosecant squared of u cotangent u du minus the integral of cotangent u du. Now, integral of cotangent u, we actually have that one. It's on our quick reference sheet. So this one's going to be no problem, right? The integral of cotangent is number 11. It says right here. It's the natural log of sine of u or the negative natural log of cosecant of u, either one, right? So that's going to be no problem. So this is on sheet. It's number, on our quick sheet, it's number 11. On our quick sheet. All right, so that's fine. All right, quick sheet. My cue is looking weird. All right, now this one, however, well, and remember that the derivative of cotangent is cosecant squared. So I think we can use another u sub right here. So technique number 3 is going to be yet another u substitution. All right, so u, I'm going to make cotangent of u. Oh, it's not going to be, well, can't use u again. That would be too confusing. This is why sometimes we don't call it u sub. We call it sub because technically you can get more letters than just u. So I'm going to have to go past u. So I could use v. That's what a lot of people do. They'll use v. Or I could use w. Right? It's kind of whichever one you want. So I guess I'll use v. V sounds, you know, because it goes u and then v. All right, so I'll call it v sub. All right, so v is the cotangent of u. And then dv is equal to negative cosecant squared of u du. By the way, if your v's and your u's look very similar, which mine used to when I was young, first taking calculus, that is something you are going to want to change. And you can break yourself of different penmanship habits. So you need to make it so that your v's and your u's distinctly look different. And again, that was not the case for me when I was young. I made them look different. As I got more and more into math, I realized I needed to. So by all means, do the same. Okay, so that means that I want negative dv because that would be equal to the cosecant squared of u du. All right, so now I'm going to rewrite this using technique number 3, our second application of substitution. So this is going to be the integral of v and then negative dv, and I'll just put the negative in front. And then the cotangent of u, I'm not really worried about. I mean, I can leave it here, or I can find that integral right now. It doesn't really make any difference. Either you do it now or you do it in the next step. All right, so the integral of negative v with respect to v would be 1/2 v squared. Well, negative 1/2 v squared. So this will be negative 1/2 v squared. Right? Minus, and then using that formula from number 11 on the sheet, it's the natural log of sine of u plus c. I'm adding my plus c because I've done both my integrals there. All right, now I have to go back in and put what these values were, right? So v was negative 1/2. V was cotangent of u. So this is cotangent u, but squared, minus natural log. I'm holding off on the u because I'm trying to make them go together. So v, u, now I've got just u's. And now I'm going to get rid of both of my u's and put back in what u was. So u was e to the x. So this is negative 1/2 cotangent squared of e to the x minus natural log absolute value of sine of e to the x. And you're done. And for once, there's no funky things to keep going with because there's not enough logarithms to make it interesting. So we're done right there.